Hey, this is Ash. We're going to do another funnel review. This is for the Cashflow Empire Live. So let's take a look at the ad right now. Here we are. This is from Facebook. I only got a screenshot, can't do the video. It's actually a video ad. Um, so this is the whole ad. I'll just zoom out just so we can look at the whole ad right here. I'm going to put on my glasses. The print small. All right, so let's just take a look at the ad and see what's in it that's going to grab us. All right, so cash flow empire live. Okay, that already sounds pretty interesting. I mean, everybody wants cash flow. So it goes, just starts talking to you. You're earning six figures, but it feels like you're stuck in slow motion. Okay, so this is appealing to people who are making six figures. Bills pile up, and saving enough for the life you want seems like it'll take forever. All right. Bills pile up. I would say bills piling up and saving enough for okay, whatever. Okay, here's the truth. Wealth isn't about saving, it's about investing. Okay, that's for some people that may be like a new concept, right? So, it's not you don't get wealthy by saving, you get wealthy by investing. Um, but I think if somebody who's earning six figures probably kind of already knows that they're usually, a little more savvy and sophisticated about their money. When you get to that level of earning six figures, you kind of recognize that you probably have that money to do other things, invest and stuff like that. And then, so I don't know how important that is. Okay, so at Cashflow Empire Live, we'll show you how to redirect your income to build wealth faster. Okay, that's intriguing. You want to build your wealth, but you want to do it faster. Invest with confidence, even if you're just getting started. Okay. Like I said, I'm not sure, you know, people earning six figures are just getting started. I would probably maybe qualify this, invest with confidence, even if you haven't had success before or something along that line. And then you can, that maybe even includes the people who have just getting started. All right, create cash flow and passive income streams now. Um, okay, that's interesting. I mean, these are all kind of, somewhat intriguing. Like, okay, let's see what this is all about. Stop waiting for someday. Great urgency. Let's make your salary work harder for you. Okay, reserve your spot today. He's got a video, so I'm kind of like being overcritical on the, the text portion, but there's a video that probably goes more into depth. But one, I didn't look at it, and number two, I can't show it to you the way that I'm recording this. Okay, so here we go. Ready to grow faster. Um, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess after all this other thing, I guess they're making an assumption they're talking about grow your wealth faster rather than grow your height or anything like that. So wealth building for middle class. Okay. Um, all right. So let's go to the sale. Let's go to the landing page. We click, like, let's just suppose that grabbed us and we came here. So, okay. So here we go. This is the event. There's showing here 5-day event, February 10th to the 14th. So it's a specific event. So that's great. Um, and then there's a video here. I'm going to just kind of scroll through the whole page because it's a pretty long page, which is good. I'm going to comment on that why it's good to have that because usually when you have a long page, or the reason why you should have a long page is to answer objections, and really you should have a list of objections that people have, such as I don't have time for this, or this costs too much, or how does what's the benefit of for me, and who's presenting this, and what I already said, what's in it for me? Why now? Why should I do this now? Why should I trust you? All these different objections. Those are the things that you need to answer in a page, and that's why you want to have a long page to answer all these objections. So we see, we got a lot of areas where I think it maybe addresses those questions. And then we scrolled through some testimonials. I guess more testimonials. here it's, kind of urgency, kind of telling you, why you need to do this now. Um, and so we're going to go through the page, look at some areas that are really good and some areas that can definitely use improvement. And so this is it. This is the whole page. And then it's a specific date, an event with a specific date. I'm assuming it's not pre-recorded. It seems like it's a lot. It did say live. And then we get some FAQs at the end. So this is it, and then you get some disclaimers. So that's a pretty long page for something. I mean, it does cost money. It's a $7 event. But one thing to consider if we go all the way to the top is that it's a 5-day event, right? So when you create any kind of sales opportunity, where you're selling something, don't assume that just because it's free or cheap that's the biggest obstacle. Or people are like, well, if it's free, then I'll just do it. No, it's people's time. They don't want to invest their time. So this is a 5-day event. So they have to invest their time. So it's not just, like if you click here and you just go and it goes $7, you go, okay. So it's not the $7. I'm not going to break anybody's bank, but it's the time. Like, is this worth my time? Okay, so let's look at this. Cashflow Empire Live. Homeowners and investors. Okay, let's look at this. Homeowners and investors who want to eliminate debt in 25 years of interest payments. Discover how to pay off your home in 5 years or less without changing your budget or lifestyle. Okay, so that's a pretty good promise, right? Pay off. First of all, let's look at who we're talking to. Homeowners and investors who want to eliminate debt and 25 years of interest payments. You're going to eliminate 5 years. Okay. Discover how to pay off your home in 5 years or less. So that sounds intriguing. Without changing your budget or your lifestyle. So that's important because somebody could say, yeah, I could help you pay off your mortgage in 5 years, but then you have to make these huge payments and stuff like that. Or changing your lifestyle. Oh yeah, you need a second income or something like that, which is not entirely. I mean, in this case, it's not entirely true because I think they're alluding to that down below. But anyway, we'll get to that. Join the 5-day Cashflow Empire Live and leave with a custom 5-year mortgage payoff plan to use to eliminate debt and cash flow for life. Okay, and then we have a video. It's a pretty long video. It's like 26 minutes. I'm just going to play a little bit of it, see what this guy has to say.
All right, I'm going to say something that may shock you, okay? I don't want you to be alarmed.
I won't be alarmed.
And I hate being the bearer of bad news, but here goes. The banks are likely ripping you off. At large events, when I tell audiences this, they laugh, right? Because we all know it's true. Like, banks are likely ripping us off in the fine print. We all kind of know, right, that there's stuff happening there that we don't really understand how they're getting the benefit.
Okay, so he's talking about the banks. I mean, it's relating to the mortgages, so he's probably going to talk about, how the banks kind of finagle their financial, instruments so that they're probably getting the lion's share of the money. So anyway, I'm not going to watch the whole thing. It's 26 minutes, but okay. So let's go. Learn to pay off 30 years worth of debt and mortgage interest in just 5 evening sessions. So, okay. Here's the thing: you need to be consistent. Be consistent with your message. Here it says 25 years of interest payments. Okay, eliminate debt 5 years. Learn to pay off 30 years worth of debt. I would just keep it, the 25, like the 25-year plan, just keep it consistent. I mean, I'm sure this is probably true, but, this is how like brand advertising works, right? It's with a lot of repetition. It's like Coca-Cola, whatever jingle they have, it's over and over and over and over again. So I'm not suggesting that, when you're writing a direct response ad that you just, repeat, some like jingle like McDonald's or whatever would repeat. But but if you but it but you want to be consistent in how you're saying things in your messaging, right? Um, just to, because the payoff in 5 years, it's 25 years of interest payments, it's debt, eliminate debt, 25 years interest and payments in 5 years, and da 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 da. And then, and then you get this 30 years, and it's kind of like, okay, well, what are we talking about here? Okay, so he's got the video. He's kind of like how to do this thing, learn how to do this. You got tickets, and then if you click on here, you go to, where you pay. I have to say, I kind of like what they got here. It's right at the bottom of the page, and you don't really realize that you're at the bottom of the page. Anyway, we're gonna scroll all the way back up. So he's got the video. Um, telling you, basically trying to get you into the workshop right away. Okay. So, and then what I like about here, is you'll leave this event with a clear payoff, pay off your home in 5 years or less, clear plan, or refund your ticket, no questions asked. Refund your ticket. Um, this is great. I like it, and it's right underneath where you're about to click on it. You're like, okay, I'm about to click on it. Let's see if it's anywhere down here. Um, I would probably put it down here because that's where you're actually going to complete the order, right? That's where, that's really going to happen. Um, so, um, okay, so let's scroll back to the top and let's go through this again. So I'll be sure not to click on it again, so we don't have to click on, click on. So we have to scroll to the top. Okay, so then we get these testimonials. I'm not going to read through the testimonials. Just be careful about testimonials, and because I've read, there's a lot of testimonials on this page, and almost all of them sound fake. I mean, they all like, I'll just say, they all kind of have the same tempo and personality. So I'll read two of them. This one says, I want to grow my wealth in order to help my family with financial issues and leave a much better legacy for my children and grandchildren. Okay, and we'll go over here. My family is my wife. Okay, that's a little different. But here, down here, it says, um, allow me to help my children and grandchildren to create a legacy. That's not a lot. That's not something that people normally say. Like, I want to create a legacy. That's like copywriting. That's like what a marketer would say. Create a legacy. Most people don't sit around and go, I want to create a legacy for my family. They probably like, I want my kids to have a good life, and maybe they get an inheritance, or I want my kids to be, have, some financial stability. I mean, most parents want their kids to actually go and get a job and work, right? Um, they're not saying, I want my children to have a legacy, and it's just not something they say all the time. So both these, like side by side, just sound like you just made this up. And then this one says, I want to grow my wealth. And then it says, I want to put myself on the right path to financial freedom. Um, it's just a lot of, so when I'm reading the other ones, it's just, they just all kind of have that sign up, kind of same feel about them. And so just be careful about that. Another thing about testimonials, these are just like big blocks of text. I mean, it doesn't look like a lot, but it's big blocks of text. I would, each one should have like a header, like the main idea. What's the main idea? And then these are so bad and so weak that you really can't pull out a main idea. But let's just say, for argument's sake, the header would be, create a legacy, or pass money down to your children or something. And they're just, just very like weak. But you want to have a header that just grabs people, because it's like, it's just kind of filler text. So, and then this is kind of a weird disclaimer. It says, while these results are real, okay, I mean, so far you haven't shown me any results. I don't really, so I don't know why you're putting a disclaimer at this point. So I don't see any results. They are not typical, and your results will vary based on your expertise. Now, okay, now I'll just read the rest of it, and I'm going to say why this is like really inappropriate at this point. Okay, so disclaimer. While these results are real, they are not typical, and your results will vary based on your expertise, implementation, market conditions, and other factors. This event will teach you financial principles and estimates, but does not guarantee specific income results. Okay, that seems like it was copied from somewhere else. All right, so I want to keep this short. So that's the end of part one. Stay tuned for part two, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.